Hey guys, we are back with some more Atlanta Thrashers franchise mode, and in this one, we are up against the New York Rangers in the first round of the Year 7 playoffs. Let's take a look at their lineup. So, of course, in net, they have Henrik Lundqvist, 26 years of age, right in his prime. They have Backstrom, they have Getzlaf, they have quite the center core there, so we have to watch out for that, certainly. Krejci is also there. They have Moore, Streit, Weidman, Leach, Tootin. Now taking a look at their point production, they have Backstrom with 99 points, 93 for Krejci, 76 for Getzlaf, so definitely no slouches of the New York Rangers. And in goal, of course, Henrik Lundqvist with a 907 save percentage, so he will definitely be the one in net. And oh my, look who it is. Pasi Nurminen is the backup for the New York Rangers, so I doubt we'll be seeing him, but still funny to see him here. Here we go. Game 1 against the New York Rangers. What'll it be? It will be a 3-2 win for Tim Thomas over Henrik Lundqvist. That is what you'll like to see. 3 stars of the game are Salmela, York, and Kovalchuk. So first period, Antti Salmela gets the goal scoring started from Kovalchuk and Nash. Second period, you have Korpikoski from Higgins and Salmela. Third period, you have Ekman on the Rangers getting their first of the game. And then Streit gets their second. And it is all tied at 2 at that point. But Eric Stahl, late in the game, gets the game-winning goal from Kaberle and Kovalchuk to put us up 1-0 in the series. Shots were 41-33 in favor of your Atlanta Thrashers, so looking pretty good so far. Game number 2, what do we have? We have a victory, 5-2 to be specific. 3 stars of the game, Kovalchuk, Stahl, and Pitkanen. First period, Kovalchuk from Brookbank and Stahl, so Brookbank getting on the board with an assist. Korpikoski also scoring from White and Pitkanen. Second period, Kovalchuk 54 seconds in from Stahl and Oshie. And then Kovalchuk once again for the hat trick from Nash and Stahl. Makes it 4-0 after 2. Third period, Krejci gets a goal from Backstrom and Leach. But then Pitkanen gets his first of the series from Breland and Vasicek. Getzlaf gets a goal from Porter. But too little too late for them at that point as we finish 5-2. And we are up 2-0 in the series. Game number 3 against the New York Rangers. We are at home this time. What'll it be? We have the 2-1 victory and a 3-0 series lead. 3 stars of the game, Eric Stahl, Armstrong, and Thomas. Thomas was critical in this game as the Rangers outshot us 39-36, but we slightly edged them out. First period, Derek Armstrong actually gets the first goal of the game from Lovejoy. The second period, no scoring. Third period, Peltonen gets the game tire on the power play from Stahl and Kovalchuk, makes it 1-1. And in overtime, Ilya Kovalchuk with the clutch overtime goal from Stahl and Nash makes it the 2-1 victory and the 3-0 series lead. Here we go, getting into the simulation now. It is an elimination game. Let's see it. First period underway, starting out pretty slow here. What is going on here? Still, the Rangers got their first shot on net with 10 minutes remaining in the period, so they're quite a defensive game here to start out, but it appears at the end of 1, your Atlanta Thrashers outshooting 18-4. So the Rangers playing in their end quite a bit. Definitely okay with me. Second period underway. Really not much going on here in this game for either side offensively. And that is the end of 2. The Rangers have a total of 6 shots on goal. Wow. I mean, I doubt that'll hold, but looking pretty favorable for us right now, as we are more than quadruply outshooting them. 29-6. That is insane. That's almost 5 times the amount of shots of the New York Rangers. All right, I mean, just keep playing the way you've been playing. I don't know what else to say. I mean, put the puck in the back of the net and we should have this game. Third period underway. Nothing going on for either team. Do we finally have a goal? We do finally have a goal from Ilya Kovalchuk on the 33rd shot of the game for the Atlanta Thrashers. The New York Rangers still have yet to register a shot in this period. 6 shots total after, what is that, 46 minutes of play? Wow. 6 minutes remaining in the third period. We are just, this is nothing like I've ever seen before. And do we have, oh wow. And that is certainly not like anything I've ever seen before. The former Atlanta Thrasher Todd Reardon on the 9th shot of the game for the New York Rangers with 50 seconds left in the game in regulation time scores from Ryan Getzlaf. Wow. 42 shots to 9. And we possibly, most likely, have overtime. And there it is. We are headed to overtime in this game, in this elimination game 4. Can't say I've ever seen this before. Here we go, overtime. Who's going to win it? It's going to be an early goal by Nicholas Backstrom on a 10-shot performance by the New York Rangers, and they avoid elimination. That's unfortunate. That is just... There's not much better... We couldn't have done much better in that game, besides, scoring another goal. But, I mean, really, 10 shots against to 43 shots for. They just got a very, very lucky simulation. I still can't believe that, man. 10 shots against total, including overtime. And with the game-tying goal scored by Todd Reardon, of all people, the former Atlanta Thrasher. Here we go, game number 5. We're in New York. Let's hope that we have more or less the same kind of game, except, score more than one goal in favor of your Atlanta Thrashers. Come on, boys. First period underway. And there he goes, Knuble scores on the second shot of the game for your Atlanta Thrashers from Ludman and Pitkinen. We're up by 1 early in the first. And we have another goal. It looks like Kovalchuk scores on Lundqvist from Nash and Stahl. We are starting to open up now. 2 goals on 5 shots. Nothing on 2 shots so far for the Rangers. I doubt we'll have another 10 shot against performance. But nonetheless, good to know that we are up by 2 early in this game. And it looks like we have another one. Yes, indeed we do. Eric Stahl scores from Oshie and Kovalchuk to make it 3-0. Halfway through the first period, so this game looks to be heavily in our favor. I'm not going to say it's a 1 yet, because of course crazier things have happened, but we are looking to move on to round number 2 here. So after 1, we are at 3-0, 15 shots to 8, so the Rangers have already pretty much outperformed themselves from last game. And do we have a goal? Yes, we do. Oshie gets a goal from Todd White and Eric Stahl, making it 4-0. Shots are 25-17, so the Rangers have definitely picked it up, but it's going to be a mountain to climb for them. End of the second period now. We are at 4-0. Shots at 32-19. This is looking heavily in our favor. I'll be very surprised if they can get back in this. Third period underway. Come on, Atlanta. Shut them down. Do we have another one? Do we have another goal? Yes, we do. Peltonen gets the goal from Copperley and Knuble. 5-0 in favor of the Atlanta Thrashers. 36 shots to 19. We are wrapping this thing up pretty quickly here. But unfortunately, we have a major injury for Tony Ludman with a minor shoulder strain. That is unfortunate, especially with the likes of Phillips still being out. I believe he's very close to being back. Oh, actually, he is back. Okay, I didn't see that. But I believe this might be his first game back because he was injured to start this series. And, of course, as well with that major injury to Wisniewski, who's out until, probably next season. That's big. Any injury to our defense, not good. Even though we're up in this series, it's, not ideal for future series that we will have in this playoffs. 5 minutes remaining, not much else to be done here, though it does appear we have another goal here, and yes, we do. Eric Stahl with a goal from Nash and Pitkinen, making it 6-0, 44 shots to 21. We can safely assume that we've won this game at this point. 2 minutes remaining, 1, and that is all she wrote for this series. Tim Thomas gets the shutout win, and we are off to the second round. So unfortunately, Ludman is out for 1 to 2 weeks with the mild shoulder strain, so hopefully he gets back as soon as possible from that. And once again, Wisniewski out of commission for basically until next season, so we're really hoping that he can come back sooner rather than later. Let's take a look at the stats from that series. We have 11 points from Eric Stahl, 10 from Kovalchuk, so that first line definitely went off, well, specifically Stahl and Kovalchuk, because Nash only has 5 points, Pitkinen has 5, and Oshie has 3, 2 for Samala, Kabale, Knuble, Korpikoski, and White, and Peltonen as well. A bunch of guys with 1, bunch of guys with 0, but that's fine. And a goal, you have Tim Thomas with a 948 save percentage in 5 games. Couldn't have asked for much more out of him. Our defense did very well as well, so really no worries going into round number 2, although we'll see who we have to face. And I really, really hope it's not who I am thinking it's going to be. And okay, good. It's the Florida Panthers, who we have in the second round. So let's take a look at their roster real quick. They have Luongo in net. They have Ovechkin as well. How is he in this simulation? Yeah, as expected. As expected, for sure. Dan Boyle is well on defense. Corey Stillman. They have quite the lineup here. And as far as grades go, more than half their lineup, I would say, is solid. So definitely have to watch out for them. Keith Ballard. So Ballard actually simulates really well for whatever reason on the Florida Panthers. I guess their style is different from when he was playing on our team. So I don't know what it is, but he just, for whatever reason, simulates much better on the Florida Panthers. So I guess it was a good change of scenery for him. And taking a look at the playoff tree, oh my. The New Jersey Devils have done it. They have dethroned the Ottawa Senators, not only in the first round, but in a first round sweep of the Ottawa Senators. Thank you, New Jersey. Ottawa is finally out. Our nightmares of the Ottawa Senators are non-existent for this playoff run. Just saying. So here we go. Game 1 against Florida. Let's see what Tim Thomas and the rest of our guys can do. We have a 2-1 victory. 3 stars of the game: Kovalchuk, Jokinen, and Brookbank with the 2-point night. Shots are 28-21 in favor of your Atlanta Thrashers. First period, Brookbank with the first goal of the game from Nash and Kovalchuk. Second period, you have Ovechkin from Ballard and Jokinen tying the game up. And in the third period, Kovalchuk with the clutch third period goal from Brookbank and Stahl to make it a 2-1 win and a 1-0 series lead. Game number 2 now underway. Let's see what happens. We have a win 2-1 once again. Shots against 61 shots against for the Florida Panthers. So we had 61 shots in this game. We definitely dominated. We probably honestly deserved to score more than 2, but hats off to Luongo because that was obviously quite the game there. 967 save percentage. He is the first star of the game, deservedly so. Jokinen, the second star of the game, and Thomas, the third star of the game. Definitely a goaltender's duel. No scoring in the first period. Second period, Jokinen opens up the scoring in the game from Ovechkin and Weiss. But in the third period, Kovalchuk, who else but Kovalchuk from Stahl, gets the game tied. And in overtime, Eric Christensen from Salmela and Kaberle in the second overtime for the 2-1 victory in the game and a 2-0 series lead. Game number 3. Come on, Thomas. You know what to do. Yes, the 5-0 shutout victory for Tim Thomas and your Atlanta Thrashers. For 3 stars of the game, Nash, McKenzie, and Korpikoski. Shots are 38-25. We are outperforming them in pretty much every aspect here, besides, of course, goaltending in that last game, which was incredible for Roberto Luongo. But that being said, Tim Thomas isn't doing too shabby himself. First period, no scoring. Second period, McKenzie from Nash and Pitkinen gets the scoring started. Then you have Vasicek from Schaefer and Nash for the second goal of the game. And then McKenzie once again from Korpikoski and Kaberle for the 3-0 lead, heading into the locker room out of the second period. And third period, Oshie from Kovalchuk and Stahl makes it 4-0, and then Phillips from Nash and Knubel makes it 5-0. We are in a pretty good spot right now. Here we go. We are up 3-0 in the series, so you know what that means. We are going into the slow simulation. It is an elimination game 4. Let's hope it goes a little bit better than that Rangers game 4 that, we massively outshot them, but still didn't get the win. Would prefer to get the win this time, of course, so that we can avoid any possible injuries in a game 5 or whatever. So let's just hope that this is a nice, smooth sailing game number 4 against Florida. And period number 1 is now in the books. Nothing much of interest happened. We are out shooting them 14-4, so that's a plus for sure. Let's just continue what we're doing into the second period, and we should eventually have the lead. And what do we have here? We have a goal for Ovechkin from Ballard, the former Atlanta Thrasher. Shots are 18-7. We are out shooting them, but they get the first goal of the game. We have something else here. And Jokinen with a goal for Florida from Weiss and Ovechkin, so that Ovechkin line doing work for the Florida Panthers. 2 minutes remaining in the second period. Come on, boys, get some late. Nope, not happening. All right, so we're going into the third period, down by 2, out shooting them 21-12. We should be in a better spot than we are. I mean, granted, we're up 3-0 in the series, but I would, don't give them anything. Just get something going in the third. 10 minutes remaining, and nothing happening so far. Not liking the look of this. They are certainly shutting us down, even though we're getting the shots on net. What do we have here? What do we have? We have a goal for Florida. Stephen Weiss from Kukkonen and Richardson puts them up 3-0 in the game, and it looks like they will avoid a 4-0 series sweep. Yes, they will. So the good news is that Ludman is back, but unfortunately Peltonen is out for this game, only with a day-to-day injury, but he will not be able to play with that red plus next to his name. So here we go, game number 5 now, going into the slow sim once again. It is an elimination game, and the Florida Panthers have received a major injury to Corey Stillman with a strained pectoral muscle. Now, he could come back at some point later in the game. We've seen it happen before, but that is I would say, a pretty big advantage for us. Stillman is one of their better players. So after the first period, we are pretty even here. No score. Shots are 12-11 in favor of the Florida Panthers. It's like we have something here. Yes, we do. Chris Phillips with a goal from Rick Nash and Ilya Kovalchuk. We are up by 1 early in the second period. Keep it going. And they have another major injury. Anton Babchuk goes down. They're kind of hurting right now, so take advantage of it. And do we have another goal? Yes, we do. Rick Nash with a goal from Eric Stahl and Ilya Kovalchuk. Who else but that first line? We're up by 2 halfway through the second period. Liking what I'm seeing. 2 minutes remaining in the second period. Anything happening late? No. We'll not have anything late. But the good news is we are up by 2. Not going to celebrate yet, though. And what do we have here? Do we have a goal for Florida? Do we have a goal for Atlanta? Do we have a goal at all? Do we have something? We do have a goal. Eric Stahl from Pitkanen and Kovalchuk gives us the 3-0 lead early in the third period. That's what you'd like to see. Do we have another goal here? Yes, we do. But this time in favor of the Florida Panthers. Brian Little from Tomas Fleischman and Joe Corvo. It looks like we have another goal here. Yes, we do. Lori Korpikoski scores one from Tony Ludman. Now 4-1. Here in the third period, things are starting to pick up. We have another goal. Ovechkin from Dan Boyle makes it 4-2. Florida is certainly still in this. Don't count them out just yet. They've been down by 3 before, but they seemingly are willing to fight back here. And number 61 Ovechkin, apparently. Come on, boys. Shut them down. Get me one more goal, Atlanta, and I'll feel pretty comfortable. Please get me a goal on this power play. Nothing doing. 2 minutes. 1. And we have a goal in the empty net. Todd White from Knuble and Higgins puts us up 5-2 in the game. And soon to be winning the series. There it is. That is all she wrote for this series and this game. 3 stars of the game, Kovalchuk, Ludman, and Pitkanen in a 5-2 victory. And the Game 5 series win. And now we have the New Jersey Devils in round number 3. We absolutely must beat them this year and make it into the Stanley Cup Finals. The Final 4 are Detroit, Nashville, New Jersey, and your Atlanta Thrashers. So I'm not going to look ahead to Detroit or Nashville just yet. I'm going to worry about the New Jersey Devils at the moment. And they look like they have a pretty good team. Don't let their record fool you in the regular season. They were 37, 34, and 11. But the fact that they have not only Brodeur, who simulates very well with that 81 grade, they have Niedermeyer with that 90 defensive grade. They have Phaneuf, 75 overall grade. Madden, Eliage, Backstrom, all very good as well. I'm going to be honest. I'm scared. I am scared of this team. They could very well go off. There's a reason they're in the third round, and there's a reason their grades are this good. So we may have home ice advantage, but they definitely have a roster that I'm scared of. Here we go. Game number 1 against the New Jersey Devils in round number 3. What's it going to be? Critical game 1. It is going to be a 2-1 loss. That is crushing. 3 stars of the game, Miller, White, and Brodeur. Shots are 37-21, so we outshot them by a pretty wide margin, I might add, but still not enough to get past the New Jersey Devils. I told you, I'm scared of this team. They could very well absolutely, completely shut us down. First period, Todd White gets the goal. First goal of the game as well from Skula, but then Miller scores from Boumediene to make it 1-1. No scoring in the second period. Third period, Scott Niedermeyer from Tim Stapleton gets the goal. And we are down 1-0 in the series. That is unfortunate. It's only one game. But if this game is anything indicative of what's to happen, I'm not looking forward to it. Here we go. Game number 2. Come on, boys. Come on, Thomas. Hold on. 3-1 loss. I told you, this team is just... They're not Ottawa. That's for sure. They're not Ottawa. They're beatable. It's just their defense is so good. It's going to take a huge effort to get past these New Jersey Devils. And they're now up 2-0 in the series. 3 stars of the game, Eliage, Nash, and Madden. Shots 20-28. So once again, we outshot them, but they outperformed. First period scoring, Drew Miller from Dorset for the first goal of the game. Second period, no scoring. Third period, Madden gets the goal from Cook and Elias to make it 2-0. Pickenen gets the goal from Nash to make it 2-1. But then Matt Cook from Elias and Madden to make it 3-1. And that is the game. Here we go. Game number 3. I'm hopeful still that we can beat them, but it's been a struggle to score goals. So see what happens. And we finally get the win. 3-0 win as well. We pepper the shots on 55-21. And we score 3. 3 stars of the game, Nash, Kovalchuk, and Stahl. That first line, what's new? First period, Eric Stahl gets the goal from Nash and Kovalchuk, making it 1-0. Kovalchuk gets the goal from Nash and Stahl, making it 2-0. And then Ludman scores from Oshie to make it 3-0. Nothing happened in the second period. Third period, no scoring. We win 3-0. Game number 4, let's hope for more of the same. Wow. We just pulled out the win. 4-3 win. 3 stars of the game, Higgins, Cook, and White. We outshot them 44-38, so we are outshooting them every single game, but this series is so close. We are at a 2-2 series tie now, I believe. First period, Madden gets the first goal of the game from Cook and Elias to make it 1-0. Then Pickenen scores from Korpikoski and White. And then you have Higgins from Ludman and White once again to make it 2-1. Chris Higgins from Korpikoski and Pickenen to make it 3-1. But then Frolov scores for the Devils from Miller and Rakunek to make it 3-2. Very close heading into the second period. And second period, that previous goal from Frolov helped them because 16 seconds in, Miller shorthanded gets the goal from Cook and Rakunek to make it tied at 3. Heading into the third period, no scoring. We have to go to overtime where Chris Higgins scores from Skula and White to make it a 4-3 win. Just barely won. And we are tied at 2. Here we go. Game number 5. Critical game number 5, I might say. And we narrowly squeeze out the win. 3 stars of the game, Kovalchuk, Elias, and Stahl. Shots of 36-24 in favor of your Atlanta Thrashers, but still so close. No first period scoring. The second period, you have Oshie from McKenzie and Peltonen for the first goal of the game. And then soon after, Elias scores from Phaneuf and Stapleton to make it 1-1. Third period, Madden from Elias and Cook. And then Stahl from Skula and Kovalchuk to make it tied. We needed overtime once again, in which the overtime winner is scored by Stahl on the power play from Kovalchuk for the 3-2 win. We now lead the series 3-2. It's a close one. It is a very, very close one. New Jersey could have already won this series, basically, is what I'm saying. I don't think this could have been any closer if it tried to be. Here we go. Game 6 elimination game. Slow sim. First period. I'm feeling the pressure, but Peltonen gets the goal from Oshie, and we have a 1-0 lead early in the first period. And now Frolov suffers a major injury for the New Jersey Devils. Frolov has been quite productive this series from what I can remember, so big injury for them. Take advantage of it. So after 1, the shots are 21-7. I was shooting them by 3 times, but the score is only 1-0. Once again, a pretty close game. Come on, Atlanta. Give me one more at least. And what do we have here? What do we have here? What do we have here? Do we have a goal? We do. Who scores? Chris Higgins scores from Korpikoski and Todd White. We are up by 2 now, early in the second period. Halfway through the second period, not much of interest happening, but still, we're so close. We are so close to finally being able to move on to the Stanley Cup Finals as we are... Oh no. Elias. Elias scores from Boumediene, and I'm not even going to try pronouncing that one, but 2-1 heading into the third period. Shots are 31-17. We're outplaying them, but as we've seen with these New Jersey Devils, they are clearly no slouch. Get me at least one more and get to the Stanley Cup Finals. I don't need to say much more than that. These Atlanta Thrashers know what's on the line. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. No. Tim Thomas beat by John Madden from Methot and Stapleton. We are tied at 2. Jersey clearly has the momentum, but Atlanta, I'm just asking for 1 goal. Just give me 1 goal before the end of the third, please. 3 minutes remaining. 2, 1. Overtime. Overtime, game 6. It couldn't be much closer. It really couldn't. Shots of 35-32. Score is 2-2. Series 3-2. If they win, we go to Game 7. If we win, we move out to the Stanley Cup Finals. Oh my goodness. 15 minutes remaining. Not much happening. Come on, Atlanta. Get me something. Get some shots on net at least. They're starting to catch up in the shots department. Come on. Anything happening? No, nothing happening in this overtime period. We need a second overtime. I think when it's all said and done, the goaltenders are certainly the stars of the game of this particular match, because, I mean, this is ridiculous. 51 shots to 48 and only 2 goals apiece. What do we have? We have a goal for Drew Miller from Bochenski and Phaneuf. We're going to 7. 3 stars of the game, Bochenski, Higgins, and Brodeur. Shots 51 to 49, 100 shots total, and only 5 goals total. Goaltending is going to decide this Game 7, I just have a feeling. Oh boy, the stakes could not be higher. The pressure could not be higher on both sides. We have a goal early. Jani Pikkinen scores from Peltonen. And we have a 1-0 lead early in the game. Good, but not good enough. Come on, Atlanta. Pepper on the shots. Give me another. Do we have another goal here for New Jersey? Possibly, yeah. Bochenski scores from Eliage and Phaneuf. I'm telling you, this is going to be a battle right down to the very end. 5 minutes remaining in the first period. Not much happening. Get me something before the end of the second. All right. At least we're tied. 11 shots to 6, so not much happening compared to previous games. Gotta hope our boys can pull off the win. Come on, Atlanta. Second period underway. You know what's at stake. Probably the furthest we've ever been in the playoffs, but we can make it even further if we win this game. Please get me something here, Atlanta. Please, Atlanta. Please, Atlanta. Atlanta! Jani Pikkinen with the goal from Derek McKenzie scores on Brodeur, and we lead 2-1. And we go into the third period up 2-1, 16 shots to 15. It is so close. Come on, Atlanta, third period. This is the Stanley Cup Finals on the line. Please get it done. We are peppering the shots on Martin Brodeur and the New Jersey Devils, but none of them are going by. Please, Atlanta. No stupid penalties, and get me a goal. Get me a goal, Atlanta. Please, Atlanta. Please, Atlanta. Yes! Oshie with the goal from Peltonen and Skula. We lead 3-1 with 7 minutes remaining in the third period. Shots are 34 to 20. Come on, Atlanta. Hold on. Please. 2 minutes remaining. 1. Yes! 3 stars of the game. Peltonen, Bochenski, and Pikkinen. Shots 40 to 21. Well-deserved series win. And who are we facing in the Stanley Cup Finals? It will be the Nashville Predators, the 51-22-9 Nashville Predators. Let's check their lineup. Looks like they have a lot of depth. They have Rene in goal. They have Ham Hughes. They have Hartnell. They have Timonen. They have Carter. Yeah, they have quite a few good players here. But certainly no one that we can't match up with because, I mean, we've seen what our team is capable of. We have Eric Stahl. We have Tim Thomas, who is playing phenomenally in these playoffs. You have Kovalchuk, who always shows up when he's needed. Oshie is a very good 21-year-old player. Our defense has been solid for the most part. Pikkinen and Phillips particularly. Carbolay's played a pretty huge role as well. Ludman's been solid when he's in. I don't see any reason why we can't beat these Nashville Predators and finally be the Stanley Cup champions. Here we go. Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Finals against the Nashville Predators. Our most recent game against the Predators was on October 25th, so the very beginning of the season, basically. And here we are facing them in the Stanley Cup Finals. Let's do it. Game number 1, we have a 4-3 loss. That's unfortunate. Only game 1. We did go down 2-0 against New Jersey, and look how that turned out, so still optimistic. 3 stars of the game, Legwand, Stahl, and Erat. Shots 33-32, so very even game for the most part, besides the score. I mean, even the score was close, so I'm not counting anyone out just yet. First period, Oshie from Brookbank and McKenzie gets the scoring started. Then you have Erat from Legwand to make it tied. Second period, Legwand from Wheeler with the second goal of the game for Nashville. And then you have Erat from Legwand and Wheeler. Third period, you have Stahl from Nash and Kovalchuk, making it 3-2. And then Stahl once again on the power play from Oshie and Kovalchuk to make it tied 3-3. And then Arkhipov from Timonen gets the game winner. Game number 2 against Nashville. Let's hope for a different result this time. And yes, indeed, we get the 2-0 shutout victory. 3 stars of the game. Thomas, Skrastins, and Stahl. First period, no scoring. Second period, Eric Stahl from Brookbank and Korpikoski make it 1-0. I have to say, Brookbank, he's been pretty clutch in these playoffs. He's had some pretty clutch primary assists and I think even a goal in there as well. Third period, Eric Stahl from Skula and Nash to make it a 2-0 win. So we are all tied at 1 heading into game number 3. Let's hope for more or less the same. We have a 3-2 victory for your Atlanta Thrashers. Shots are 48-32, so they outplayed us, but we get the lucky win. First star of the game is Brookbank. Second star, Mike Comrie, former Atlanta Thrasher Mike Comrie, going up against us in the Stanley Cup Finals. And then Tim Thomas with the third star of the game. First period, you have Nash from Stahl, making it 1-0. Second period, Comrie from Delmore and Arkhipov to tie it up. And then the third period, Sheldon Brookbank. So once again, Brookbank with a clutch point or goal, more or less, from Higgins to make it 2-1. And then Timonen ties it up from Wheeler and Hamhuis to send it to overtime. And then Martin Skula from Knubel and Schaefer to make it a 3-2 game win and a 2-1 series lead. Game number 4 now. This is a huge game. The difference between a tie and 3-1. It'll be a 2-1 game 4 victory. And we go up 3-1 in this series. 3 stars of the game, Pitkanen, Winnick, and White. Shots 26-25. So another fairly even game between these two teams. Very evenly matched overall so far in this series. First period, Kovalchuk on the power play from Pitkanen to make it 1-0. Second period, Helm from Winnick to make it 1-1. And then the third, Korpikoski with the game winner from White and Pitkanen. Game 5, Stanley Cup on the line. We are definitely going into this one. First period, underway. And we are off to a good start. Chris Phillips gets the first goal of the game from Joseph Asicek. We're up 1-0. 10 minutes remaining. What do we have here? We have a goal for Walker of the Nashville Predators from Arkhipov, and Erat makes it 1-1. We have another goal? Do we have another goal? Yeah, we do. Wheeler. Blake Wheeler from Helm and Delmore makes it 2-1 Nashville. 5 minutes remaining. Do we have something else? Yes, we do. Adam Hall from Hamhuis and Legwand makes it 3-1 Nashville. Not looking good. Come on, Atlanta. Get me something before the end of the first. Shots are 16-10. The score is 3-1. Heading into the second period. Not favorable. Need to put some work in. Come on, boys. It's the Stanley Cup Final. We're 1 win away. Halfway through the second period, not much of interest happening. Come on, boys. Pour the shots on net. And do we have something here? Do we have something here? Yes, we do. Todd White with the goal from Skula and Korpikoski is now 3-2. We're back in it. 2 minutes remaining in the second period. Anything happening? No. Okay. Shots are even at 22. Score is 3-2. Come on, Atlanta. Get me at least one more goal, preferably 2. We have something? Do we have something? We do. Martin Skula with a goal from McKenzie and Peltonen. We are tied at 3 in the third period. Shots are 29-24 in favor of Nashville, so they've been playing better, but we get the goal. Oh my goodness. We have the momentum. Don't screw it up, Atlanta. Please do not screw this up. We can win it right here, right now. 3 minutes remaining. 2, 1. We have overtime. Overtime begins. Please, Atlanta. Just get it right away. Just get it right away. All right. Well, I mean, Mike Comrie. Of course, it had to be Comrie, the former Atlanta Thrasher, who struggled on our team last year, so we cut him, and he goes over to Nashville and says, not just yet, to our dreams of the Stanley Cup. This is from Stewart and Hall, and we are going to a game 6. Here we go, game number 6. Shot-wise, we're certainly doing what we need to do, but we have a goal from Kovalchuk to start things out from Pitkanen and Stahl. That's what you'll like to see. Shots are 10-2. So as I was just saying, we're doing what we need to do shot-wise, but good to see that goal on the board pretty early in the game. Halfway through the first period. See if we can make it 2 before the end of the first. And it appears we may. Yes, we do. Vasicek from Schaefer and Knubel, the veteran pickup at the trade deadline. That was a pretty clutch acquisition, was Mike Knubel. He's been pretty helpful these playoffs. And that is the end of the first period. Shots are 15-9, scores 2-0, looking pretty good. What do we have? We have a goal for Atlanta. Rick Nash from Caberlet and Stahl. Shots are 16-11. I believe that was our first shot in the period, as we are only 1 minute into the period. And it is now 3-0 in favor of your Atlanta Thrashers. Come on, boys. We are so close. Do we have something else? Yes, we do. But it is in favor of the Nashville Predators. Erat from Scrastons and Delmore makes it 3-1. 10 minutes remaining in the second period. Not much happening after those 2 goals. But it appears we have something else here. Yes, we do. TJ Oshie from Mackenzie gets the goal. We are now up 4-1 in the second period with 5 minutes remaining in the second. We're so close. I can smell that Stanley Cup only 20 minutes away. Don't let them score 3. That's all I am asking. You can let them have 1, even 2, but not 3. Here we go. Final 20 minutes of play in regulation in this potentially series-clinching game for your Atlanta Thrashers. We are up by 3. We just have to hold it. About halfway through and not much doing as of right now, but you know what? For us, that's a good thing. What do we have here? What do we have? We have a goal for Mike Knuble on Joseph Vasicek, or from Joseph Vasicek, I should say. And we are up by 4 with 6:44 remaining in the third period. We look to have this all wrapped up, and that Stanley Cup is as good as ours, ladies and gentlemen. 3, 2, 1, and that is it. The Stanley Cup goes to your Atlanta Thrashers. After 7 years of struggles, we finally do it. 3 stars of the game: Knuble, Vasicek, and Stahl. Shots are 39-22. We dominated in this game for sure. And there you go. Thrashers down Predators for Stanley Cup title. The first Stanley Cup in Thrashers franchise history. May as well take a look at the awards while we're here. The Hart Trophy goes to Louis Eriksson. And Atlanta Thrashers left wing takes home the Conn Smythe. Ilya Kovalchuk is the Conn Smythe winner. Ray Emery wins the Vezina. Lidstrom wins the Norris. Gianta wins the Calder. Steven Gianta, to be specific. GM of the year, Doug Risebrough of the Minnesota Wild. Okay. Should have gone to me, in my opinion. Frank J. Selke goes to Patrick Eves. The Maurice Richard goes to Crosby. Crosby gets the Art Ross as well. Plus minus award goes to Nicholas Cronwall. Saving Grace award goes to Jimmy Howard. Jennings Trophy goes to Ray Emery. Marion Gaborik wins the Lady Byng. Brian Leach wins the Masterton. Pronger wins the Mark Messier Leadership Award. Louis Eriksson wins the Ted Lindsay Award. Jack Adams goes to Randy Carlisle. And the All-Stars declared, really, nobody from your Atlanta Thrashers. Wow. The NHL was sleeping on your Atlanta Thrashers this year for sure, as we, of course, have just won the Stanley Cup. And as we take a look at the standings, there it is. We win in 6 games over the Nashville Predators. So let's get some UFAs out of the way. Hobby Bullen and Thomas, they certainly deserve to stay on this team for at least 1 more year. I'm going to give them both extensions. However, I do intend on following through on my plan to hopefully get, what's his name, Antoniemi on waivers if he goes there, which I'm presuming he will, given Buffalo's goaltending situation. But that doesn't mean we can't have a solid backup plan in Hobby Bullen and Thomas, presuming neither of them retire. So I will give Hobby Bullen, he wants 2.88. I will give you 2.85. Beautiful. Tim Thomas, I mean, he wants a very minimum contract, so I will just give him what he wants there. Peltonen, I would like to get him back. He's been nothing but solid ever since he's joined this team, so we will certainly get him back for 1 more year. He wants a no-trade clause for 1 year. No problem with that. Derek McKenzie, as much as I don't really like him as our second-line center, he did win the Stanley Cup with us, and, you know, he could still be a very good third-line center if we were to use him on the third line, but apparently Coach likes using him on the second line, so I guess we'll re-sign him. He's young enough as well. He's 26, so certainly I'm not going to overlook him, and he's asking for a cheap contract as well, so I can't exactly say no. Now, Mike Knuble, he was pretty helpful in the playoffs. 2 goals, 5 assists for 7 points in 22 games. Think I want to bring him back, although let's just make sure that these guys all sign first. So there it is. McKenzie, Hobby Bullen, Thomas, and Peltonen have all re-signed. Even though they won the Stanley Cup with us, I don't really feel motivated to bring guys like Schaefer or Breland back. They have just been kind of useless ever since we signed them. They were definitely not our greatest signings. So I think I'm going to let them walk. Brookbank, he had a couple of clutch points there in the playoffs. Let's see what he did. Yeah, 6 points, so better than what was expected of him. I guess he could be a solid replacement defenseman. He's asking for a minimum contract anyway, so can't hurt. Skula, I would like to bring back. Even though he's only a 1.5 star, he still does simulate pretty well. May not be a point-scoring defenseman, but he certainly helps out our simulation. He wants 3 years. I'll give you 1.4. Okay, he's negotiating a bit. 1.5. There you go. Samla, I will give you an offer as well. And I guess we'll re-sign Knubel. It can't hurt. He was, once again, very helpful with the simulation. I'm expecting him to retire, personally. I just have this feeling. So good news here. Grabner and Pavlich both up to a 2-star ability. So they both should end up playing next year. Now, I'm not sure what that means for Hobby Bullen and Thomas, and as well as possibly Antoniemi. But I guess we'll just have to see where the offseason takes us. There you go. Brookbank, Samla, Knubel, and Skula have all re-signed. And everyone else that's left I don't particularly care for at this point. So we're releasing Breland, Schaefer, and all these guys down here. There you go. That right there looks beautiful. For the past 5 years in the playoffs, and our first championship ever, 2007-2008. And here is our final season score. So we were not manager of the year, unfortunately. We did reach the playoffs. We did have a winning season. We didn't have a winning percentage of 600 or better. We didn't finish first, but we did reach the finals. We won the championship. We didn't have any negative categories. That means our final season score is 38. We have 7 available points. I am going to put that, I think, all into player management. So there you go. We are now on July 1st. And with that being said, I'm going to end it off here because starting next episode, we are going to be on FHM 7. And in order to import the save file into FHM 7, the save file has to be on July 1st. We're going to end it off here. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys in the next one when we try to repeat. See you guys then.